Hello, everybody. Thanks for watching. Welcome to T3 Media's. We got another edition of We Got Your Mail, and boy, did we ever. I'm Amy Newman. This is Eric Dains.
I don't even have to say anything.
I do all the heavy lifting. So how does We Got Your Mail work? Well, you send us your questions, comments, concerns. You drop them in the box on videos like this. You send them to us at T3 Medias on the various social medias, and we collect the funniest, the most interesting, the most discussable, if you will, of the week. Basically our favorites for a variety of reasons. And we bring them up and we chat them out. So let's get this started. We discussed on an episode recently that Deadpool 3 will be getting new writers, the Molyneux. Still not sure if I'm doing that right. Sisters from Bob's Burgers fame. And Btw I says, if it was any other company that just wanted to hire new writers for their newly acquired IP and put their own stamp on it, then it wouldn't matter that they're women. Especially these two, as I happen to love Bob's Burgers. But Disney and Marvel have been trying to get woke, I really hate that phrase, for years. I hope they succeed, and I wish them all the luck in the world, because Deadpool 1 and 2 were great movies, in my opinion. I just hope the decision to hire new writers is about the movie and not trying to make a statement like the Force is female or anything like that. But again, I wish the ladies all the luck in the world. I'm sure they'll do great. I don't think that's what it is.
For my own 2 cents, have these writers in Bob's Burgers ever done anything like that?
Well, I think it's less, the concern is less like they're going to make Deadpool
that way, but more of the stunt of
the move, the PR move of hiring them. I can't say I agree that that's what's happening here, because you say yourself, Bob's Burgers is a great show. They're obviously very talented women, and it does. I understand that it can feel frustrating to feel like things are just done as a PR stunt, but I can also say as a woman, and I can't speak for, people of color and other minority groups, but sometimes it is frustrating to feel like, well, no, these women are obviously very talented. You say yourself you like their work, and yet they're already in your brain getting pushed down to, well, this was just a PR wokeness move. Mm-hmm.
To the credibility of the comment, the movie isn't out yet.
Yeah.
If they do that, I will 100% behind you saying this was a bad move. But we might be surprised and get a super fresh Deadpool movie, maybe even fresher than the first one, because like I've said before, the second one felt just ever so slightly more stale after how fresh the first one did. These are probably the people to tap to make that third one really pop.
But here's my only issue with this line of thought, and I'm not trying to attack you specifically. I understand what you're trying to say here, but let's say Deadpool 3 sucks. It's going to be, well, we can't let women work on these movies. Look what they did. If we hired a male team to helm it, and it sucked, it would just be, it's the third movie in a franchise. It lost some steam. Maybe we don't make another Deadpool movie. I'm just saying, and I've seen it happen with, this movie failed because it's a women-led movie, or it's a black movie, or and it's frustrating to feel like any group like that, you become the representative of, well, is this because they wanted more women? And it's like, no, it's because they're hysterical and really good at what they do and have proven that. It's not like they just pulled these 2 women out of nowhere. They have the receipts. But yeah, I will say, I also wish them the best, and I hold out hope for Deadpool 3. It is the third in a line of movies, so we will see. I hope they're able to sort of find some really cool stuff to do with it.
Yeah, personally, we love Deadpool. We love the franchise. I think we're all on the same team where we're saying we hope it's a really good movie.
For a second, I thought you just meant like the royal we. We love Deadpool.
I don't even know how to use the royal we. What is the royal we?
It's what the queen uses.
So the queen So
we'll do this later. Drop a comment and explain the royal we for Eric, and we can do it on the show next week.
What is it?
But yeah, let us know what you guys think. Are you excited for Deadpool 3? Do you think the Molyneux sisters will knock it out of the park? Do you think this is a wokeness move, or do you think they're just looked at the the proof and thought they would be the best for the job. Drop a comment below. Let us know what you think. Guy Phillips said, love your reactions. A new guy, the best singer in the world. Dimash Kudaibergen, please. You will get mucho views from his worldwide followers. His dears who are so kind. Once you hear him, you're hooked. Guy sent us a lot of requests for various videos of this guy. And I have to say...
Of the same guy?
Yes. And
Okay.
I am very curious. Best singer in the world. Pretty high bar.
I mean...
You've never heard me sing. I'm pretty good.
And you're never going to hear me sing.
But thank you. I love the passion. Thank you for sharing. I am looking forward to checking that out. And as always, we always appreciate getting some suggestions on where to go next with those reactions and what y'all want to see. Samuel Johnson Jr. said, my theory is that the role of T'Challa has already been recast. Marvel is just not leaking it, especially if filming begins in July. That gives enough time for the actor to prepare physically for the role. Samuel, I read that and went, doy, of course it's cast. Like, I feel like a dum-dum. Thank you for saying that. You're definitely right. There's no way they're gonna wait till, like...
The way the Hollywood machine moves, you have so much between principal shooting, principal photography, post, marketing.
Well, even if it films in July, they are bare minimum, like, figuring it out right now.
Yeah. No, I think that's a really good observation. I think just the general public, all of us included, just don't know what it is yet. That being said, Marvel does have an incredible track record for keeping things airtight. Mm-hmm. They do not leak anything. I mean, if there were anybody else, we would have known Endgame was happening as soon as Iron Man 2 came out.
Yeah.
But they keep everything under wraps tightly.
Yeah. No, unless they have made the decision to go with, like, giving Shuri a larger role, which I doubt. I feel like the closer we get to actually starting filming, the more it's like they have to recast T'Challa. It really is the move.
You might move that a little bit further down the line and give her some more stuff to do in the later phases.
She might get her own movie someday. Yeah. They might find a way to do that. But right now they are going to need to recast T'Challa. It's too big a hole to not feel like you really properly filled it. Not that wouldn't be great, but we'd still be missing T'Challa. And yeah, no, like I said, I read that though and I went, I'm a dum-dum. Of course they figured it out.
No, that's a great observation, and I actually do think that's on the money. And I am wondering if we are waiting for a leak or if we are waiting for an actual PR release about it.
I'm sure if they have anything to say about it, they will keep that under wraps until I imagine there's probably like two guys right now, like just waiting by their phones, like on a veil for T'Challa. Like, oh, could you imagine?
No, I
well,
can't.
No, that would be bad. But
I hope it's me. I hope it's
I know.
me.
I'm saying that because could you all help me talk to Eric? He really thinks he might be up for the part.
To be the next Black Panther.
Okay.
Tell me why I can't. Don't. I already know why. I already know why. And I'm waiting. I'm waiting. And I'm going to be there.
Yeah. But yes, really solid theory. I fully agree with you. I know we've talked about it a million times, but if you have thoughts about that upcoming Black Panther that is set to begin filming next year, drop them in the box. Who do you think they're leaning towards? Do you think they've cast it already? Let us know. Vanessacoronavirus, in response to our Happiest season review, says, this movie is so predictable like every other Hollywood movie. Independent films are not so cheesy and predictable. Abby should have eloped with Rilay. Harper is not girlfriend material. When someone asks for space out of nowhere, it's because they don't need you or have somebody else in mind to fill it. Then when you get that little space, you beg that person to stay. So childish or unreal. B. By the way, I want to see your reactions of the movie Black Bear with Aubrey Plaza. I've not heard of it, but I like Aubrey Plaza, so you have my attention.
Yeah, I have two comments, and the first one is exactly echoing yours. Love Aubrey Plaza. I'm sure we'll watch Black Bear. And two, spoiler alert, if you're not seeing the movie yet and you want to, that moment where Abby tells Harper that it's too late and she walks away, I wanted that to be the definitive moment. I didn't want them to get back together because, yeah, they are two people that are not right together, and whether or not Riley and Abby were going to get together, or maybe that's something down the road or whatever, you're exactly right. It was a little predictable. That third part of the movie just wrapped up so nicely.
It's a cornball Christmas movie, and it doesn't bother me too much because I've watched a lot of Hallmark movies, and it was a solid step above that, even if it was predictable. I do think there's a thing of like, I didn't want her to end up with Harper, but I do want a happy ending. I didn't want the indie movie twist of like, no one got what they wanted, but maybe they'll all learn someday. Like, I didn't want, it was a Christmas movie. Give me a Christmas movie. I do want to be clear. You are correct. Harper is not girlfriend material. I've spoken to our co-host Chris about this. We are all on the same page. This is an official Harper hate zone. We all do not care for Harper, and we all love Aubrey Plaza, and that is this blog's official stance.
This is one of those rare instances where I want to watch the exact same movie from the perspective of a different character. I want to watch it from Riley's perspective. I want to see more of her. I want to see a little bit more of her life, a little bit before and after.
She does have an indie movie.
Yeah.
If you look at it from her perspective, it's like, cute girl came to town, really thought I had a shot.
Oh, she's with my ex.
My ex who really, did some awful stuff to me, and then, the one that got away, but I still got to go to this movie theater and watch It's a Wonderful Life. Indie film, roll credits. Maybe we can make that. We're independent.
I mean, that's a no-budget film, right? Well, I mean, besides casting Aubrey Plaza, that's where the budget's going.
Oh, I thought we'd just re-edit the footage together.
Oh, we can totally
be
do
a fan film.
We would get a cease and desist immediately, but maybe.
Keep your eyes peeled. Yeah, Harper hate blog. It's official. She's the worst. She's just a bad girlfriend. I'll move on. I'm getting worked up. Let us know what you think. Tyler D1 Dennett says, I like the theater experience. I think the streaming service are going to make people lazy, cooped up like chickens. I'm sure this was talking about everything going to streaming right now. Yeah, I get where that's coming from. I do think as soon as theaters are fully open and feel safe, people will be back.
I am curious because I totally agree with you. I am a live theater guy myself. I love live performance. I love live comedy. I love live music.
I think speaking more about movie theaters than live theater is really the question of will people...
Oh, then you know what? Never mind. I don't have a point then. I was taking that theater as like the
No.
theater.
I think we're more discussing this ZR. I think we're discussing more how getting used to every major movie going to a streaming service, if that's going to be what people want or expect or decide to wait for. I think there will at least be an initial we can go out where we all want to go see stuff in theaters. Long-term impact, I could not tell you.
Aside from my RE opinion, I do have a different opinion about this because I do know what's going on now. I think
Welcome to the show.
It's good to be here. I blacked out for 20 minutes. Where am I? I think seeing a movie in a theater is such a rich experience that you don't get. And even though we have these home entertainment systems, we have great sound, we have great picture, nothing is going to take away from being in the stadium seating with a couple of friends. Maybe
sticky floor.
I love crawling around that sticky floor, guys. Do
you want our floor to be stickier? Because I could do that.
Sticky it up.
I will say, but I don't know. Because yes, 100%. And for a big comedy that's supposed to be great, or the next, big super, when Black Panther comes out, but for smaller stuff, are people going to get a little, I hate to say lazy, but for lack of a better word, a little lazy of, I don't want to put real pants on. I will say the pee break whenever you want.
It is nice.
Honestly, people are so phone addicted. I feel like it's slowly becoming more and more of a challenge just to get people to put their phone away for 2 hours.
I will say this then. I think it depends on the type of movie. Because if we're talking about Happiest season, that was one I was totally content seeing in my
half
house.
asleep on the couch was
Yes. However, there is a reason I haven't seen Tenet yet. And it's not because everyone I know and trust says it's pretty much average. It is because a Christopher Nolan movie, I want to see in the theater. I want the rumble. I want the too expensive popcorn. I don't think it's going away completely. I do think it's going to change ever so slightly because of this situation.
Yeah. I will be curious to see if this, because right now all we can talk about is how much we want movies back in theaters. I'm not saying we're all going to have like pandemic nostalgia, but I think a little edge of kind of like just being able to eat my dinner and watch a movie and, you know, pause it and finish it tomorrow. If
I got my dog here.
Got my dog. Let dogs into theaters. Problem solved. Yeah, but I do ultimately, I'd like to think I will. Well, but here's the thing. I'm like, no, I want the theater experience every time. But how many times have you gone, I'll wait till it's on Netflix?
Yeah, very true.
So we'll see if that grows that at all. Combined with, we'll see how many theaters we have. God willing, they hang in there. And our final comment, this is in response to our first show we did together last week. Joe Hell 67 says, your boyfriend? My heart just broke. Love, Joe from Germany. So,
I got nothing to say except I'm sorry, Joe. It really was a matter of timing because she settled for me, and if you had just gotten in there, I guarantee you're probably a better guy than me. She probably would have snatched you up, and you probably would be sitting right here where I am.
Or I'd
right
be in
now.
Germany.
Or you'd be in Germany. Oh, damn, that sounds sweet. I'm not trying to push you into the arms of another man.
Let's put it this way. You're my Harper, and Joe's my Aubrey Plaza.
Oh.
And I'm here, but, like, we all know.
So in the terms of our reality, we're supposed to be together, but everyone watching wants you two to be together.
I should probably turn the camera off before we get into this conversation. No, thank you though, Joe. That really did give me a good laugh. That was very cute. So yeah, thank you everybody for dropping those comments. Like I said, if you got something you want to say, put it in the box. Yell at us a little. Get it out. It'll make you feel better. We're all a little isolated, so we enjoy getting to talk, even if it's through a screen to you all right now. So thanks again to everybody who's been sending in comments. Keep them coming. Take care. Like I said, at T3 Medias at all the things. I'm Amy Newman. That's at amy.n.newman on Instagram, at amy_n_Newman on the Twitter.
You can find me at Viva La Dains on Twitter. That is VIVALADANIS. I was Eric Dains. I should have put that before. I didn't. I'm sorry. Joe, this is your opportunity to sneak in, man.
This has been We Got Your Mail, and I am going to go look at what kind of passport I need to move to Germany. If you like what you saw, make sure to subscribe to the channel and please drop a like on this video. It really does help us. Also, don't forget you can turn on notifications so you don't miss a single review, react, why is that trending, or We Got Your Mail.